Hey everyone, welcome back. Let's go ahead and take a look at the connection to Keap. So the two methods to connect to Keap are directly with some API credentials or with a token from Keap. And we'll actually end up using both of these. So I really want to just go ahead and show you, and then we'll kind of break down why we would use both. So I'm here in Keap n8n, and if you want to add a new flow connecting to Keap, when you open it, you're going to have to pick credentials. We're going to go ahead and create some new credentials here, and it's asking us for a client ID and a client secret. You will get these from your Keap developer account, and the way that we do this is we actually go to your developer console for Keap and set up some credentials there. I've already opened the website, the Keap developer site. You can Google it, or you can go to keys.developer.keap.com and sign in. If you don't already have an account, you can click this create account button. It only asks for a couple of questions and an email verification, and then lets you in. Once you are signed in, it is going to take you to their dashboard page again that has nothing. You'll click your email, username, and click apps right here. Once you are on this page, we're going to create a new app. App is kind of the top level that they use in the Keap developer console that lets you set up API keys and make authenticated API calls. This is what we're going to do from the Keap module, in the Keap trigger in Keap n8n. So we're going to go ahead and give our app a name. I'm just going to call this Pixel Test. And underneath the APIs, you will only have just this one choice. You have to hit Enable before it will let you save. And now it tells you to save. Once you've hit Save, the page refreshes, and you are given a app ID, a key, and a secret. But we'll actually just need, for now, this key and this secret. Everything else on this page you really don't need. If you ever accidentally put your information somewhere and somebody else ends up using it, you can revoke it and create a new set of credentials so no one else can use it. So I'm going to go ahead and copy this key and this secret to my other screen on a notepad. We'll come back to that here in just a minute. And that's really all you need to do in the Keap developer console. The other method doesn't actually even connect to the Keap developer console. It's done from the client Keap account that you want to connect to rather than your developer account. The developer account does not have to be associated directly with the account that you're going to connect to, because we'll do that from the other Keap account side when we do the other part. So back to Keap n8n, we have the client ID, which is going to be the key, and then we have the secret. And when you do this, it's going to put these in, and then this button is going to appear for Connect My Account. Before you click that button, you are going to want to make sure that you are in another tab or within the last few minutes have been on a page signed in to the Keap account that you're going to want to connect to. What's going to happen when you click this Connect My Account button, it's going to pop open another window and ask you which account you want to connect to on Keap. And it is only going to give you the choices for a Keap account that you are signed into. If not, it will ask you to sign in, but if you work with multiple clients, sometimes that can end up redirecting or giving you the wrong options, at which point you just have to close it and start over anyway. So I normally go ahead and just sign into the client's account and then do this from Keap. So I'll hit Connect My Account. It pops up. It's going to give me just the one option, and I'm going to hit Allow. That connects those API credentials from your developer account directly to that client's Keap account. and gives you the account connected message, at which point we're really good to go on the basic connections here. You can use a lot of these options directly here to work with contacts, emails, etc. And we're going to come back to those. But for now, just know that that is connected. And you can actually rename it if you want with a client's name at the top, just like any other N8N node. So we're going to go ahead and just X out of that one for now. This is the direct method. The other method is to work with API calls, and that is the HTTP request. And in the authentication, this is going to be a different setup than the other one. So what we're going to do is we are going to set this to basic auth, header auth, and we are going to create new. On here, we are going to paste in the name, which is X Keap API key, and then the value we're going to get from the client's Keap account. Switching over, we're going to click on the profile icon and go to API settings. In here, we're just going to create a service account key for applications integrating with the API. I'm going to call this test N8N and hit authorize. It'll take just a couple of seconds. When it refreshes, it is going to give you a token that you need to save immediately because it will not ever show you this again. If you lose it, you will have to come create another one, update your settings in N8N, and then revoke the account key from Keap so it doesn't get used in case when you lost it where someone else can get to it. So I'm going to go ahead and close that and switch back over to Keap. And in Keap, I am going to go ahead and paste that code and hit save. That is really all you have to do to create the connection. Once you have it connected, we can go ahead and paste a example URL. In this case, I'm going to go ahead and use its contact API, and we're going to do a GET request, and in the query, I'm just going to use a query to check by email. I should get an email or an error here. It says keep bad request, check your parameters. I'll go ahead and put an email address here. And it takes a couple of seconds, and then you'll get your contact information here displayed either as a table or as JSON data with some information. The difference between these, the HTTP request method and the Keap node, is really just the things that you have access to. When you try to get a contact from the node, you've got to have a contact ID. When you try to push custom fields into an account, you can't do that from the node. There are some pretty good limitations when it comes to which things are exposed or available in N8N at this point. So a lot of times you'll need to work directly with the API, and you'll have to reference Keap's API documentation for the particular URL and the payload that you need to send over to it. But for now, this is how we get the two pieces connected. And you can also see here that the fields update here. If I were to, let's see here, let's do contact create update by email. I'm going to go ahead and add email address and then execute. And you'll see that even though this was using the OAuth, just the regular node's credentials instead of the HTTP post, this one also functioned and also retrieved the data for the contact, so both of these methods are working. In the next video, we're going to go ahead and we'll work with the Keap node and see a few of the things that we can do with that. And I'll see you there. Thanks.